I have almost fell out of my chair, but welcome everybody to another round of MCC predictions. This time it's for MCC 22, and without further ado, let's look at the teams. First up, we have the Red Rabbits, consisting of Dream, George Not Found, Captain Puffy, and Awesome Dude. This team is going to do rather well in both movement and PvP-based games. While I do think that they will struggle in some teams in base games, especially Build Mart. This team is literally this team is like this team is just the definition of kind of Build Mart team. But this team I also see if they make it to dodgeball, I think they actually could win every single matchup just because this team is so good at that finale game. Second off, we have as I can most tell, the favorites to win the event, and that is the orange team, consisting of Pete, Guy Rocky, Smallish Beans, and Spicy. This team is very, very solid. I mean, we have Rygo, we have Smallish, who has been been a huge training arc. Well, not really training arc, just an improvement arc lately. Pete has always been good. I don't really know too much about Spicy's performances. So, all around, I could say this is a very strong team. Next up, we have one of my personal favorite teams this event, and that is the Yellow Yaks, or more affectionately known as the Golden Gals, consisting of JoJo, Sylvie, G, and Blushy. This team is going to do well in movement and PvP games, but I also can see them doing very well in team games. This is a very well-balanced team, and I can very well see them popping into dodgeball on the day. So we have the Lime team. We have Birthday Boy plus Major, and then we have Solidarity, who's coming off of a 40th, and then we have Pearl. This team is also pretty good. As you can see, I actually put them pretty high in the standings, so I think they're going to do really well. Next up, we have the Green team, which consists of two well-anticipated newcomers, Foolish and Tina, as well as Snapchat and Michael. And Michael may not have his his seventh MCC blessing this time around because he's not put in orange. Because many people think it's just seventh, but it might also have something to do with the colors. One shall never know. Next up, after that, we have the CYAN team. Randu, CBK, Wilbur, and Wisp. Oh wow, I butchered some of these names, but we're doing it. This team is definitely a solid team, and I can see them popping off on the day. Like all four of these players have something just good about them. I think this team is gonna do good in movement and PvP. As like I see a lot of teams this event, especially in the first half, being movement teams. Like, and I think those are types of games that are gonna get picked later on in the event this time around. That is an oh wait no, that is the next team, and that is the Aqua Axolotls with H-Bomb 94, Green, Full Symmetry, and Good Times at Scar. This team is definitely one to look out for on the day. I've seen many people putting them pretty low, and honestly, I don't think they're gonna get 10th. I don't know why people are putting them 10th. There's no shot. I mean, this team is like too good to be in 10th. But on the day, I can see them popping off. Next is a team that I think that everyone in the community is underrating severely, which is the Balloon Cats team, consisting of Tapple, Tabo, Cinderfresh, and Eret. This team is actually really strong when you think about it. They don't really have a bad game. Like every game for this team is like a game that I can see this team popping off in. I don't think they're gonna make the final, but I do think that they're gonna get a much higher placement than the community is expecting them to. Next up is the purple team, which is Puns, Gemini K, Shovel, and Cupfan. This team it's pretty cool to see, but it's a cool combination. It was definitely not what I was expecting, but compared to the other teams, and I think this team could do well. I think compared to some of the other teams, like this team can do well in almost every single game, so don't count them out on the day. But similar to Green, I think Green and Purple are probably the two teams that have the least chances of making the finals. And after that, we have either one of my other personal favorites of this event, the Pink Team, which is Purple's Tommy Innit, Captain Sparkles, and the Orion Sound. This team is going to dominate in games such as To Get to the Other Side and Sky Battle, and I can see them doing very well in games like Sands of Time, even though they might look might not look like the strongest team in those types of games. Alright, and now we have our predictions, and in 10th place, I sadly have to put the green team. I think this team is solid, but I don't think they're gonna go too far in terms of placement. Having two newcomers is always rough, and I just don't really see them. The way I see it, this team has the worst chances of getting to Dodge Bowl. Ninth, I have the Purple Pandas, and for similar reasons to Green. I think this team is pretty cool, but it's also not really gonna fly too high. Eighth place, I have the Red team, which is honestly kind of surprising that I have this team this low. But I'm gonna be honest, I have some very hot takes this event. But yeah, this team just kind of ended up. This was kind of just like that whole team. This like when I was doing the predictions, it was kind of like the filler team. Like I didn't really know where to put them, so I just kind of slapped them here. Seventh, I have the Aqua team, which I kind of wish I could put them higher, but I really can't. Like some of the other teams are so stacked this event. Like I can't really see them do it. I think they have a good potential to get top five, but I don't think they're gonna make it. Sadly. Six, this is probably gonna be my hottest take of this entire predictions list, and that is putting Orange in sixth. Yup, I said it. They're not even making top five. This team looks unbalanced when you first look at it, but I think the other teams in this event have a higher chance of popping off. This is the same thing I said about Orange last time, which if everyone plays how they should be playing, that they will get an easy first place. But if someone pops off, which I think they will, just like last event we had Cyan and Blue popping off like crazy, this team isn't gonna fly that far. And that's kind of the harsh truth. Fifth, I have the Cyan Coyotes, and this team is really solid, but I just think the other four teams have higher pop-off potential. That's really all I can say about this team. This team just gets fifth. Fourth, I have the Golden Gals, because I think this team is way stronger than people are giving it credit for. Like this team, mm, this is a pretty powerful team. Like I don't see like they don't really have a bad game either. That's the thing. Like I can actually see them making finals. I think honestly, I think every team could make finals, which is like pretty good. I don't think this event is less balanced than the last one, but it's still pretty up there in terms of balance. Third, I have the Blue Bats, which, like I said, this is the most slept-on team this event. I think they're going to do very well, and no one can change my mind. Smile. Second, I have Birthday Boyish team, the LLAMAS, because this team is just all around solid. I don't, like I said, this team also doesn't have a rough game. Like the only thing I can see knocking this team out of Dodgeball is a SG finale, which honestly I don't see happening. I feel like most people now, especially with seeing that SG was played first last event, I think most people now are catching on to the fact that SG finales are kind of trash. Like I used to love SG, and now it's probably my least favorite game in the event. Which yeah, SG finale. And for last but not least, we have first place. This let me tell you something about Pink. Pink is the type of team that you don't think will break the captain's curse. Because this comp is just something that you wouldn't see coming. But I think they will. I think that Pink is going to take home the crown this event. Like I actually like this team is very solid. It has three really good players, and really rounds out this team very very well. Like this team is not gonna disappoint when it comes down to community predictions. I've seen a lot of people put them in the top five, and I think they're getting first this event. And Captain's Curse will finally be broken because I think they'll also win Dodgeball. This is gonna be a very very close match, but I think against all odds, Pink will take home the crown. And as a little bonus, we get a top 10 with Purple in first, Quig in second, Tapple in third, Jojo in fifth, CBK in Jojo in fourth, CBK in fifth, Heat in sixth, Tommy in seventh, Dream in eighth, Scott in ninth, and Chad in 10th. And And that is it for today's little prediction curve. I wanted to make these more detailed. I have time to record right now, so I might as well. And as you can see, I think that pink is the team that will take home the crown this event. So come fight me in the comments if you don't think so. Have a good day, ladies and gentlemen, and I will see you guys next